Hi, Lucy. My name is Michael from searchopotamus.com. And I called and was hoping to speak with you earlier today. I guess you were probably out to lunch or something at the time. So I just asked the nice lady who answered the phone if it would be okay if I just sent you this email, just kind of explaining what we do and how we can help you get some more clients. Because I noticed an ad of yours in one of the local Facebook groups today. So I know that you're interested in looking for more clients and getting more clients. And I think I can help you out with that in a little bit more of an efficient process than posting in Facebook groups. So, first, what I'd like to show you is, when somebody searches for, house cleaning services in Prescott, or, electricians or dentists, or any sort of local business or service, what almost everybody does these days is just go straight to Google and put in something like, house cleaning services in Prescott. And what I notice is right off the bat, you don't appear in the top 3, and at least in Prescott. Now I know I tried earlier and I did it with Prescott Valley, and you came up as number 1. So I'm not going to talk too much about Prescott Valley because you've got a good spot there, which I can definitely help solidify so nobody really has the potential to overtake you. But right now, basically, I'm going to talk about how we can increase your presence in Prescott. Because you are being outranked quite a bit in Prescott. So as you can see, you're not in the top 3 here, and that is where statistically over 92% of searchers will click one of these results in the top 3. And you can see that number 3 here doesn't even have any reviews. And the first one up here doesn't have the directions, which probably means that they don't have even their business address listed here. So if we click down here on more businesses, which people are statistically very unlikely to do, only about 8 to 10% really ever click and view the full gamut of different businesses in the area if they find one in the top 3 that even remotely seems to suit their needs, which if there's a high enough star rating and they have a website, they usually just go ahead and go with one of those rather than spending all day searching around. So let's see if we can find you guys down here. See, completely clean was number 3. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it looks like you're number 11 down here. And that's quite a ways to get to the top 3 there. Now, the lucky thing is, when it comes to ranking in the top 3 in the local results, or what we call the Google Map Pack, there are 3 things that really come into play. Number 1 is your Google My Business page, which if we click on yours down here, actually, you know what? I've already got yours open. No, I don't. Okay. So if we click on your Google My Business page, now we can see we've got your address, phone number. There are no business hours. You do have your website listed, which is good. I would like to get you some higher reviews. One of the things that we offer with one of our packages is actually a review and an online reputation monitoring service, which basically what that does is whenever somebody is about to leave you a review that's below a certain rating that you don't like, and you can choose whatever rating, whether it's 4 stars or 4.5 or even just 5 stars. And we can actually prompt them to just leave feedback rather than leaving a review, so that negative reviews don't actually get through to Google, and they just leave you feedback instead that goes directly to you and doesn't affect your Google rating, and thereby just letting the higher star reviews go through, which will make your rating here climb from 4.2 up closer to 5. So that's one very good thing, because even if you're in the top 3 and somebody has a higher rating than you, most people are going to click somebody that has a 5-star rating if there is one versus anybody lower. So even if you're in the top 3, that's still a very large factor in being chosen by whoever's doing the searching, even if you're in the top 3. So I'm going to throw that up there quickly. Looks like you've got some good photos here. I would want to add some photos, and what I would do is geotag them. So basically that Google thinks that they came from your location, the location of your actual business address, which just sends more signals to Google that your address is where your address is. It has more evidence to back that up, and thus ranks you higher, thinking that you're a more legitimate result in the eyes of the Google algorithm. So now if we go up here to the top one, which is American Made in Prescott. Now I can see they've got quite a lot of photos, and all of the work that they have done, the machines they use, people doing the work. They've got their hours and their phone number. What they are missing, as I suspected, was their address, which is why there's no directions link here. Yet you can see they're still number 1, and you have the same star rating as they do. So upping your star rating would be number 1, getting more photos and getting them geotagged would be number 2, and then getting your hours of operation in here would be huge as well. And then also what you can do is, I don't know if you're aware of this, many people are not, your Google My Business page right here, you can actually post on it just like you can on Facebook or Instagram or any other social media. And if you make regular posts, once a week, twice a week, it really helps keep you closer to the top, because Google sees you as more active and therefore more relevant. And that's also something that we do even in our most basic packages is keep up to date on that for you and make posts for you. Now that is just one of the 3 things that has a large effect on getting you to the top 3 results in a local search. Now obviously this is one of the most important, because your Google My Business page is in effect the search result. It's not a website or anything of that nature. What comes up in the search results is your Google My Business page, so you want to make sure and have that optimized first and foremost. Now the other 2 things are your website, and specifically your on-site local SEO. And there's a lot of different things that we do on our websites to make sure that Google indexes them and ties everything back to your Google My Business page with congruent information, so it knows that that's a strong signal, again, that you are relevant and legitimate, and that you should be ranked highly among relevant search results. So if we go over, now this is your contact page. So if I go back to your home page, there is a lot that I would do with this website as far as the SEO is concerned. It's relatively nice looking. You've got your phone number up here. You got the menu. Got some nice pictures and the services. But see, things like when we get down to the footer here, you've got your address and phone number, which is good. What I would do is embed a Google map down here with your address and put your hours of operation in the exact same format in which they appear on your Google My Business page, which you don't have your hours of operation yet. But to get an example, this is what they look like. So if I actually hopped over to my website really quick, I can actually show you what it looks like in my footer and what I've done for my own on-site SEO here. And don't mind this header bar. That's just because I'm logged into WordPress and that's my editor. So as you can see down here, I've got the link to Google to leave a review, which is one huge signal for Google. I've got the Google map embedded down here, and then the hours of operation. You can see that the format of that hours of operation exactly match the format here, which is another strong signal to Google. And there are also other things. For example, what I like to do on all my websites is what I call this location page here. And this page is not for the benefit of my customers or clients that come to my website. It is specifically for the SEO. As you notice, you won't find it up here in the header along with SEO plans and website and video analysis. This is not meant to be clicked on, and I don't think anybody's even clicked on it yet as far as my analytics are showing. But you can see I've got an H1 tag that says local SEO in Prescott, Arizona. Our local SEO in Prescott, Arizona, directory citations, another H1 tag, hours of operation laid out exactly how they're on Google, another map embedded, phone number, address, and then links to our Yelp page, our Manta page. And then one other huge thing here is we have these links here that go to the City of Prescott website, the City of Prescott Valley website. And then same thing for Chino and Dewey, which again just tells Google that we are relevant for any searches containing those locations. So if somebody was looking for SEO in Prescott or SEO in Chino, then we would pop up as much more relevant in those locations as well. So there's a lot of different things that we do for on-site SEO that help strengthen where your search ranking would be over here in Google and getting up to the top 3. Now, last but not least, and this is where the majority of our work takes place, especially for those who already have an optimized website, which I would really like to build you a new website that is fully optimized for local SEO. But over here, what we have is I did a scan of the local SEO as far as listings and data aggregators and review sites and things of that nature to see where you stack up against American Made in Prescott. And basically what this does is it shows congruency in the NAP, which is the name, address, and phone number. And when Google looks at all these different things, what it looks for is to see how well it matches what is on your Google My Business page. So this is yours, and it's showing that 82% of the listings are inaccurate in one way or another on average, the majority of which seeming to be your address. So if we look on Yahoo, it looks like you have your address there is on Dana Drive. On Bing, it's on Dana Drive. On Facebook, you have it on Prairie Lane. Yelp is on Prairie Lane. And we keep scrolling down. You can see that some of them are Dana, some of them are Prairie. City Search, you don't have an address. Merchant Circle, you've got one on Roundtable Drive. So you've got all these different addresses and all these different local data aggregators and review sites and things of that nature, which is really hurting where you are ranking. And not only would getting these cleaned up improve your rankings for Prescott, but it would also solidify your already high ranking in Prescott Valley, making it very difficult for anybody to surpass you or bump you out of the top 3. Which I think you would notice if you were bumped out of the top 3 in Prescott Valley, that the amount of phone calls and requests for service that you receive would decrease dramatically. Whereas if we were to keep you in the top 3, ideally number 1 in Prescott Valley, and then do the same thing in Prescott, I think you would see a dramatic increase in the amount of business that you have. So if I was to go over here and look at American Made in Prescott, for example, now it's actually showing that they have more inaccurate listings than you do, yet they are ranked number 1. And if we were to go and look at the other ones here, like Castle Keeper, Completely Clean, Mile High, it would vary based on not just these listings here, but also their on-site SEO and how well their Google My Business page is optimized. But this ties into it very heavily, and correcting these things is huge. So what I would do first, if we were to work together, is I would come in here and I would see which ones do they have listings in and how well their listings are. So they've got MapQuest and Yelp and Yahoo. They're all congruent and correct along with what they have in their Google My Business page. And I would come through and basically I would compare yours to theirs, and I would create listings and optimize them in all the same places that American Made in Prescott already has, and then from there continue on to do the listings in the different data aggregators that they do not have listings as, which basically is going to match their SEO and then surpass it. So that's kind of the scientific approach that we take to getting you ranked up above them and pushing them down to number 2 or 3 and getting you that number 1 spot. That along with the on-site SEO, as I was mentioning before. So there's not a lot of guesswork in here. It's very scientific. All we have to do is match what they're doing and then do it better and do more of it. So that is it in a nutshell. I'm just going to leave it right there. I don't want this video to go on too long and take up too much of your time. So basically just know that getting into this top 3 can dramatically make a difference in your business in Prescott and Prescott Valley. And with the on-site SEO that we can do, we can also get your reach out farther into Chino and Dewey as well and get you some more calls going out there. And I have a couple other tricks up my sleeve as well that would really help you get ranked in places other than Prescott Valley as well. But I'm just going to leave it right there for now. This video is hosted on my website, so feel free to poke around and get some more information. And when you're ready, I would love to talk to you and see what we can get going for you here.